Eritrea is often called the North Korea of Africa, but that label misses the real story. This small, secretive nation on the Red Sea wields outsized influence in the Horn of Africa. Its actions, sometimes even its silence, send ripples across the region. Eritrea is fiercely independent, proud, and often isolated, yet it remains a key player in regional politics. Its leaders reject Western approval and establish diplomatic rules, making the country unpredictable and powerful. Eritrea's story is one of survival and defiance, not just hardship. Its silence is a strength, not a weakness. To understand Eritrea, you must look past headlines and dig into its history of colonialism, struggle, and a hard-won national identity. The 30-year war for independence shaped the government's mindset and the people's resilience. Self-reliance is at the core of Eritrean policy, both domestically and abroad. While the world focuses on louder neighbors like Ethiopia or Sudan, Eritrea quietly shapes regional conflicts and peace deals. It is a paradox, isolated yet central, silent yet influential. Ignoring Eritrea means misunderstanding the Horn of Africa. Its quiet power is one of the most significant and most overlooked forces in this volatile region. Eritrea's moves are watched closely by world powers, even if the public rarely notices. The country makes its own alliances and pursues its own interests. Its influence is subtle but undeniable. Eritrea is a puzzle, one that holds the key to understanding the region's dynamics. To truly grasp the Horn of Africa, you must pay attention to Eritrea. Its quiet power shapes the future of the region. Eritrea's power begins with its geography. Its long Red Sea coastline sits beside the Bab el-Mandeb, a choke point for global shipping. Every day, oil and goods flow through this narrow strait, linking Asia, Africa, and Europe. Any disruption here would send shockwaves through the world economy. Eritrea's ports, Massawa and Assab, are strategic assets, underused now but vital for the future. Ethiopia, landlocked since Eritrea's independence, feels this acutely. The ports are leverage for Eritrea and a source of anxiety for Ethiopia. Global powers like the UAE and Saudi Arabia have courted Eritrea, seeking access to its coast. The country rents out port facilities and airspace, turning geography into income. Its location draws in powerful nations and entangles Eritrea in conflicts from the Middle East. The war in Yemen is just across the water, making Eritrea's position even more critical. This coastline guarantees that Eritrea, no matter how isolated, cannot be ignored. Geography is both a blessing and a curse, bringing opportunity and risk. Eritrea's coast is its greatest asset, ensuring its relevance on the world stage. In the Horn of Africa, control of the coast means control of the future. Eritrea's importance isn't just about the sea, it's about its place on land. The country is a bridge between Africa and the Middle East, a crossroads of cultures and interests. Surrounded by Sudan, Ethiopia, and Djibouti, Eritrea sits at the heart of a crowded, volatile neighborhood. Its position makes it a key player in regional security. Eritrea has been accused of supporting armed groups to keep rivals off balance, a calculated strategy, not chaos. Its involvement in Ethiopia's Tigray conflict proved that no major event in the Horn happens without Eritrea's input. The country acts as a buffer between the Arab world and sub-Saharan Africa, a role rooted in centuries of cultural exchange. Global and regional powers, Gulf states, Turkey, Egypt, China, Russia, all compete for influence here. Eritrea's leaders use this to their advantage, playing powers against each other for political and economic gain. The country can be a spoiler or a stabilizer, depending on its interests. Its leverage comes from geography and independence. Eritrea's location is a tool, one it uses to punch above its weight. In the Horn of Africa, Eritrea's choices shape the balance of power. Its position is its greatest source of influence. Eritrea's national identity was forged in a 30-year war for independence from Ethiopia, Against overwhelming odds, Eritrean fighters relied on themselves, building unity and resilience. This struggle created a culture of discipline, sacrifice, and self-sufficiency that still defines the country. The leadership, shaped by war, values loyalty and control above all else. The government is highly centralized, always on guard against perceived threats. National service, though controversial, is seen as a continuation of the liberation struggle, instilling unity and readiness in the next generation. Critics see it as a burden, but for the government it's essential for survival. The memory of the war is the foundation of the modern state. It explains Eritrea's suspicion of outsiders and its fierce independence. The legacy of struggle is both the country's strength and its tragedy. Eritrea's past shapes every decision its leaders make. Understanding this history is key to understanding Eritrea today. The spirit of survival runs deep in every aspect of Eritrean life. Eritrea is often called a Spartan state for its powerful, disciplined military. With a small population, its army is large and always ready. Every citizen undergoes military training. This focus on defense comes from its history of fighting for independence. Eritrea's military strength deters neighbors and shapes regional events. Its intervention in Ethiopia's Tigray conflict changed the course of the war, proving Eritrea's reach. But this comes at a cost. Resources are diverted from education and health, and indefinite service drives many young people to flee. The government sees this as necessary. Critics call it a tragedy. Eritrea's military is both its shield and its burden. In the Horn of Africa, its might commands respect and fear. Eritrea's foreign policy is fiercely independent. It rejects alliances and international pressure, making decisions based solely on its own interests. This stance comes from a history of betrayal by foreign powers during its struggle for independence. Eritrea distrusts international organizations and prefers self-reliance. It has clashed with neighbors, Western powers, and even the African Union, often doubling down when pressured. Isolation is a strategy, not a weakness. Eritrea forms pragmatic, transactional alliances, offering ports or support in exchange for investment or backing. It has built ties with Russia and Gulf states, balancing relationships to maximize freedom of action. Eritrea's foreign policy isn't about making friends, it's about survival. In a hostile world, independence is its guiding principle. Eritrea's lone path keeps it unpredictable and powerful. Eritrea holds untapped economic potential: gold, copper, zinc, and possible offshore oil. Mining has begun, but the economy remains weak and tightly controlled. Resource wealth could transform Eritrea, funding development and reducing the need for indefinite national service. But challenges remain: lack of skilled labor, political isolation, and investor hesitation. The government sees resources as a path to true independence, but critics worry about transparency and human rights. Eritrea stands at a crossroads. Its choices will shape its future. The world watches to see if it will open up or double down on its current path. Eritrea's silent strength is undeniable, but its future is uncertain.